Hello, I'm Mircea Digulescu, founder of MATSOFT Technology, and I'll present to you today an opportunity to make an investment which has the potential to return tens of millions, if not hundreds, over the next few years. Permit me to introduce myself. My involvement in the IT sector, and particularly in computer science, started a long time ago during high school when I managed to achieve outstanding results at the national and the international Olympiads in computer science, successfully be selected as part of the Romanian National Computer Science team and become a laureate of the International CEOI. During college, I successfully led the team to secure 4th place at the very challenging ACM SERC contest, while pursuing a career at one of Romania's largest business software vendors, Civeco Romania, where I ended up serving as product manager for MIS and data warehouse. In parallel, I pursued university studies at the at the renowned University of Bucharest, Faculty of Mathematics and Computer Science, all while successfully perfecting my MBA studies with the Open University Business School, which culminated with me being awarded a professional diploma in management degree with distinction, the highest possible appreciation. Drawing on my ability to interpret customers' needs and envision ways in which software technology can address those needs, I went on to seek financing for a startup developing a then never heard of BPM technology, which I managed to secure in 2009. I've been managing partner at MATSOFT Technology ever since. What my company is currently doing is working on a software package for modeling and executing processes, basically workflows and something along those lines. Processes to automate value-added activities and integrate intra- and inter-organizational activities seamlessly, making them fit together to produce inimitable strategic advantage. Basically, it makes companies run more smoothly. There are tremendous benefits for organizations implementing a BPM product suite, which justifies its rather considerable price tag. These fall mainly in the categories of strategic advantage, effectiveness, and efficiency improvements, as well as cost cuts, especially reduction of full-time equivalents. While the emerging vision in the market as BPM is different from distributed computing initiatives like public-private cloud, MATSOFT Technology's vision, which I'm prepared to defend, is that BPMS and GRID, not cloud, distributed computing can be supplied as a single product platform and generate tremendous benefits. GRID is different from cloud in that it copes with an environment made up from distinct autonomous actors rather than a single centralized controlling actor. We are unlike our competition in several ways. We have a better concept as a result of our elite collaborators. We can provide higher functionality, programmability, and performance, and we can do all that with lower production costs. As a result of these differences, we are basically harder and more expensive to imitate. The product suite is about 50% complete as of today. On this slide, you can see a screenshot from the latest build of the modular application featuring an open standard BPM-style process model augmented by key concepts of MATSOFT technology architecture, like child transactions, data flow modeling, as well as a glimpse into our very complex property window. Due to MATSOFT Technology's unique architectural vision regarding the technical solution, it can successfully address two distinct but related markets, business process management system and GRID its services infrastructure markets. Virtually all the verticals can experience the benefit of MATSOFT Business Suite, with the most relevant being shown on the slide. Let me state clearly from the beginning that MATSOFT Technology product will be able to compete in the general market, so in the wider market, matching and sometimes outperforming existing BPMSs, including those from vendors like IBM, on a technical level. That being said, it's important to know there are two niches where MATSOFT Technology is likely to make a more compelling case for its own product suite more easily. Organizations that do not require or cannot afford a too highly fragmented product offer and instead would prefer to have a single product suite that provides for all their BPM needs without expensive unwanted extras. This is mainly the case with medium-sized organizations. A second niche consists of very large actors which tend to benefit from the grid computing orientation of MATSOFT Technology's business suite. As a 2010 study by BP Trend reveals, BPM is considerably priced, with half of companies spending above $500,000 on BPM initiatives. Of course, not all of that is license costs, but according to another study by Transformation and Innovation, about 25% is. The 2011 global market for BPMS was estimated to be roughly $4 or $5 billion. That's billion. And MATSOFT technology has the capability to adjudicate a share of this 30% per year growing pie. These are MATSOFT technology appraisals on the life cycle stages for grid services and BPMS markets that I'm prepared to justify. Our main competitors are Oracle and IBM, which acquired Lombardi in early 2010, both of which are technically competitive with our suite, but which experience a high degree of product fragmentation. After analyzing Microsoft's offer on BPM, MATSOFT technology concluded that, for the moment, it is not a significant competitor in technical terms and can be considered a second-tier supplier along with the rest. It might be interesting in the future in developing the market with more vigor, perhaps by acquiring a smaller but more technically competitive player. It is also interesting to note that the BPM market is basically open to new entrants, with over 50% of the mindshare being taken by vendors with less than 1% popularity. This is the diagram I want to use to illustrate what I mean by fragmenting. So while everybody has a distinct product for each circle, we have like 2 products that cover the relevant bits of basically most of the circles. This is the company in which I'm offering you the opportunity to invest. It has already attracted about 130,000 euros to date, and due to its competitive values, it has succeeded in involving outstanding professionals in the programming and computer science fields in its R&D project. We pride by having former IOI laureates, former Google interns, and former Microsoft researchers working on our product suite. A key asset of the company is the leadership and management provided by myself, the guy you know from the first slide. Let me stress out that by investing into MATSOFT technology today, you'll not only be getting what it is now, but also what it will accomplish after the money using the investment. So, before the money, the value of the company comes from the partly completed product suite, which by far exceeds in market value the 130,000 euro invested so far, as well as its relationship architecture. And while after the money, its value increases substantially more than by the amount invested, with a BPMS grid infrastructure product worth in the tens of millions of dollars in production costs alone at market prices, as well as a realistic marketing strategy and an exit potential. This is what we're asking for and what we're prepared to offer in exchange. We have detailed what we're going to do with that. So most of the investment is going to go into production costs to complete the suite, as well as some marketing for the 2012. Okay. These are some financial estimates that we can go into further detail, outlining a projected annual return on investment of approximately 170% over 5 years.